do you have any suggestions as to, again, what solutions would be to this problem? Because we seem to be going around in circles. The whole, it's be saying, well, you know what, employees, consumers should be doing this, they should be changing their mindset, they should be informed, they should be consuming education, and I agree with all of those things. But I think it's easier to change the way in which creditors do business, as opposed to now change the mindset of over 20 million credit active consumers. Would you not agree? What are your thoughts on that?
There's a danger here, you see. In the past, when people used to be able to attach from government salaries income, they used to be able to do that with quite ease. It stopped at one point. It was actually brought to an end. And about 2 months later, Sambo went down. And so there was a connection between the ending of that means of collection, which was very similar to the garnishee order we have today, and what happened there. And today a lot of people are very concerned that there might be a link between bringing a total end to the garnishee system immediately or in a very short time period, and the results that could have on the collections being made by the creditors, and particularly the banks. Would they be able to weather that storm? Because at the moment, they are collecting a lot of money through garnishee system. So that's one consideration. Can that solution come in incrementally, or does it happen instantaneously? And if it does, what are the ramifications on the people who are dependent on that income coming in? You might say, well, that's their problem. And true, it is their problem, but sometimes they've got other people's money in their accounts as well, and they're responsible for that. It is a concern. On the other hand, at the moment too, what we're seeing is a lot of fake garnishee orders or EAOs going around. Illegal. Not just illegal, fake. Yeah, they are not genuine. You're having a court, for instance, in one part of the country, quite famous, that's maybe having, let's use a random figure here, 70,000 judgments a year, but they're issuing 140,000 garnishee orders.
Again, it comes down to regulation of the process.
There are some huge gaps here that need to be tightened up. And at the moment, you said, would an employer say, maybe no, I won't deduct this? Well, that is actually starting to happen. Employers are starting to say, I don't know if this garnishee order is genuine. How do I know that a magistrate has signed this as opposed to a clerk of the court, which of course makes it invalid? So that is now a consideration as well. You're having this industry is going to take a knock. You're having courts like here in the Western Cape. We have a magistrate that demands to see the affordability assessment before she'll even look at a garnishee order. And her amount of garnishee orders has dropped exponentially over the last few months because they're not being done. So she doesn't then grant the order. So we are seeing a change. There's a change happening, but are we closing all the other gaps where the abuses are happening is the question.